Hey everybody, I'm jumping in before the episode to let you know that as some of you who were at the live stream, there are some major audio issues that we've had. I'm going to make it try and sound as good as possible. Sometimes you'll hear a switch to the Twitch VOD audio. Sometimes you'll hear a switch to Craig bot, which is like a Discord call audio. And then, but most of the time, it should be audio from our recordings. But if you hear some weird changes in audio quality, that is why. It's mostly Des, but because of the way that we recorded, sometimes I'll just have to cut everyone else's audio and just put in the Twitch VOD audio. So, thank you for listening through all these issues. And here is episode 1 of the Power Rangers show.
We're getting really good at counting down.
Live.
Especially from 3.
We are live. We're back.
We are live.
Hello, everybody.
I'll knock on wood after saying this, but we had far less technical difficulties that time.
Oh, no.
No,
Wood
don't
knocked.
say that.
Would
Don't
not.
say it. We've had so many, let's see, it was about a week ago. A giant tree fell over across the street and took the power lines out. Yeah.
Oh,
So we
no.
were without power for like half a day. And then it was just Sunday. I was outside working in the yard and I heard the loudest crash, and there was a 2-car crash down at the intersection right down the road, and they took out the power down there too. Luckily, it didn't knock out our power, but I know it did something.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we ended up going down there just to make sure they were okay, and one of the power lines had fallen and was just draped across the road.
Wow.
So I was trying to get them out of the way early this week. Let's hope that's it.
Oh, a tree fell on your house and knocked out all the power. Yeah, that's where we're at. Did anybody else have any adventures this week?
It was just a weird week with the holiday because I was like off on a different day and working on a day that I normally don't work. So I thought Friday was like Wednesday. It was weird.
Oh, that's the worst.
Back to normal this week though.
That's nothing too crazy or exciting for me. Just like Kevin said, the having Thursday off kind of threw me off for Wednesday and Friday. So beyond that, so far so good.
Got time and a half on Thursday though.
Hey,
Yeah.
ching,
Hell
make that
yeah.
money.
Make that money.
I took a bird to the face this week.
Okay. Please, go on.
No, I was driving our little side-by-side or four-wheeler. I was trying to get the yard ready for some friends. They were coming over. Their daughter was having her 16th birthday party, and she said she wanted to do airsoft. So I was getting the field ready, and I was just cruising through about 20 miles an hour, and we don't have the windshield on this thing because it's just so scuffed up. So I just took it off, and I'm just driving. All of a sudden, I see something brown in my face. It hits my eye, and it's gone. And like, I didn't know what it was right away. I was like, what the hell? And then I remembered seeing like little bird feet. So I think I scared it, and it just like jumped up out of the field and went right into my face.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was fun.
Rennis says, Chris, there are easier and less painful ways to birdwatch.
Oh, I don't know those things, man. If you're not living hard and fast, it's not worth it.
Oh man.
Well, fantastic. Des, did you have an adventure?
No.
Okay.
No adventures.
Yeah. I almost took a bat to the face, like
All right.
not a baseball bat. but
Oh,
like
Yeah,
a
I knew
flying
exactly
bat.
what you meant.
We were at a bar after an improv show we watched, and this thing comes out of nowhere and starts flapping towards me, and it felt like slow motion. So I was just like slowly like, okay, you can pass. And I felt the wind off of its wings.
Wow.
Fun. My parents have to deal with bats getting in their basement.
Bats in their basement?
Yeah,
What is their
There's
basement an
a-
actual cave?
pretty much. So they have like an old like chimney that is no longer used, and it goes down to the basement, and that's how they get in. Even though they've blocked it off, I think they like dig through or some shit. Yeah. So they have to every once in a while have an exterminator come down, and not an exterminator, pest control or whatever.
So are you sure your
Come in.
parents aren't like Batman and Batwoman?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well,
Pretty sure.
bats in cave. Just saying.
They wouldn't happen to live in a place called Wayne Manor, would they?
No, definitely not.
Do you have to like
I can.
pull a bust and a bookshelf slides out of the way to get into the basement?
No, it's a creaky old wooden stairwell that I think next time I go on there is going to fall apart.
Avoid doing that then.
Yeah, I don't like going down their stairs.
Well, that's fair. My adventure is that today I went.
What about you, Alex?
Okay, thank you for that late chime in. Very helpful, Des. Thank you. I went and I went and did a picnic out at a park I had never been to with a bunch of improvisers because I'm a big improv nerd. So I was out in the heat for several hours, and then as the event was coming to a close, the guy that owns the theater that I work at and perform at was like, "Hey, I have this workshop that I forgot about. Did you run it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess." So then I had to go do that, teach improv, and then show up here. So that's the headspace I'm in. I melted for several hours and then used most of my brain cells teaching improv. So if I'm a bit loopy, deal with it. Yeah.
All right.
That being said, let's reintroduce our new rangers for this adventure. Whoever is feeling ecstatic, excited, titillated, even, feel free to start us off.
I mean, I had somebody squeeze my nipple, so does that count as titillated?
That counts.
No.
Okay. I mean, it hurt, but I guess that's as close as we can get. So, excuse me. So my character, I'll be playing the Black Ranger, and I am the band director, music teacher at the local high school. Just a good old boy, down to earth, and people know me as Jesse Jams.
Did we know your name?
I don't think we did, but I just threw it out there. So now you know me. To my students,
I know
I'm Mr. Jams.
I know when we were making characters, you were going to be my band director,
Yes.
but I guess I have a Mr. Bolding written down, so I guess that's a different person.
Oh, well, Mr. Balding's pretty lame compared to me, but everybody can.
Should
has their
I
own
change
style.
that?
Yeah, just
Well, that's up to
swap
you,
that
man.
out. Make it Mr. Jams. With the
Jams?
Z. Yeah.
Is it with a Z?
It is
Yeah.
with the Z.
It's with a Z.
Nice.
Mr. Jams. I'm changing that out now.
Right, yeah.
Good. Yeah. I mean, do you want to give him a quick physical description of what Jesse Jams looks like?
Oh,
just
yeah.
So the people at home kind of know.
I wrote this down somewhere, but basically I think I wrote the quick description that he's like the Fonz. Where do I find this? Oh, yeah. Yeah, basically he's like the Fonz, leather jacket, but he's got like tassels, and on the back of the thing is like some music note embroidery, rock boots, jeans, just walking around, acting like Mr. Cool, but I think he thinks like in his own head that he's Mr. Cool. But he's kind of like more of like a, hey, let's all love each other in peace and, harmony type thing. So, and he's like, I don't know, like 6 feet, not super tall, not super short.
Excellent. Cool. Who's the next most titillated?
Well, since I already spoke up, I guess I'll go next. My character's name is Ricky Powers. He is the Blue Ranger. He is a student, a music student to be more specific. We lost Des.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's great.
You didn't knock hard enough on wood.
I guess not. I am brainy. And I have written down that Ricky Powers looks like Kevin when he was in high school. Eric.
Yeah.
What's your character going on? What do you got going on?
So I will be playing the Green Ranger, Bradward Beckett, a high school student, or whatever grade we're in, I can't remember for sure. And he's a not loner, wasn't quite the right word, but he was like an army rat type kid, so he's constantly moving, so he doesn't have like a core group of friends. And he's only been going to this school for a little while, so he doesn't really know everyone quite yet, but still managed to get caught up in the whole Power Rangers thing somehow. And I think he has kind of that curious origin trait, so he likes to go to the library a lot, study up, tries to stay aware of a lot of things and knows what's going on. Okay. I don't know what you're doing, but I just saw it. And yeah, other than that, he's just kind of your average student. His description is just your average kind of nerdy little white kid. I can't really... Nothing too exciting. He kind of is one of those kids that just blends into the background because he's used to just everyone ignoring him because he's usually not anywhere long enough to really make those connections, so... But maybe this team will finally be the family he was looking for.
Did you say it was Bradward?
Yes, Bradward.
Like Bradward?
Yes.
Okay.
Come back.
Hey.
Oh, there we go.
We got Dez's character. Des, do you want to reintroduce us to your character?
Yeah, so my character is Kimmy Jones. She is the Pink Ranger, and she is a senior in high school. She takes care of her mom, and she used to actually help her mom at an animal hospital, so she's very sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike Des.
Oh, what was the name again?
Kimmy Jones.
Kimm?
Y, yes.
Okay. Jones.
Right.
Oh,
What was Bradward's last name?
Beckett.
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 Dang.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm sad that I don't have alliteration in my name. Everyone else does. Well, Kevin, did you say yours?
Ricky Powers.
Okay, never mind.
Never mind, I'm over it. Awesome. I don't have a good way to show off your art that you have there, Des. Because I suck at Roll20. But how about that? We'll get this one. And
what the heck?
Where did you get these tokens?
These are from the Roll20 art pack. Nice. These are the tokens I've gone ahead and assigned to you guys. Obviously,
let me guess which one I am.
Yeah, you said he looks like you younger. So
that's me with the tongue sticking out,
with the stung hanging out, and a weird blue hoodie.
Yep, because Blue Ranger,
looking like a blue Kenny from South Park. Well, fantastic. That's your Ranger team. And just to revisit, when we morph, when it's morphin' time, our theme for these Rangers are the Dog Rangers. So when we get to Zord play, maybe we'll have some different kind of dog-themed Zords. But yeah. I guess here is a good point for me to ask you. At some point, Zordon plucked you out of your normal civilian lives and said, "Hey, I need you guys to be Power Rangers." I would like you to maybe ruminate a little bit on the day that happened. What's like a little scene that happened prior to you being turned into a beam of light and then flying over the California desert into the command center? And again, whoever's feeling the most titillated can start us off.
I'll go first. I think I have an idea. So when I was in high school, we would have like marching band practice in the summer, and we had construction, so there was multiple locations where we did this. But I think the one where we had to walk the furthest was our final one. So we had to walk out the door and then across a football field and across a parking lot and to the marching band field. And I think he got plucked as he was walking out alone, and he just got disappeared while he was walking out to band practice. Marching band practice.
Fantastic. Yeah. Who else has got their introduction?
My tits are ready. All right. So, what you said, titillated?
I don't think you know what that word means.
Yeah. So Kimmy was walking her dog Shadow down by like the lake. And she was decided to throw a tennis ball for him, and so she throws it, and as he runs to go get it, I got zapped away.
Oh,
so
that poor terrified dog.
Shadow's looking for me.
Awesome, yeah.
So for Bradward, because his dad is active military and they live on the base, he's pretty much home alone all the time. So he was in his room at home just studying, because, total nerdy kid. He's just reading up on everything, probably reading about dinosaurs or something cool. And just got zapped right out of the desk chair in the middle of a study session and ended up in Ranger Center and was befuddled because he had no idea what had just happened. And that's basically it for him. It was just nose to the book, and the next thing he knows, his book's gone and he's somewhere new.
Transported to another world just from opening a book, right?
Take a look. It's in a book.
Just like
Transport Rainbow.
Just like the Face Master, yeah. Macaulay Culkin.
Yep.
Yeah, and Chris?
So Jesse Jams was up late one night doing a jam session. Kind of, I picture the scene like in Back to the Future when Marty sneaks into Doc's house and he's got the huge stereo set behind him and he starts wailing on his guitar and the harmonic frequency like resonates and there's just like this perfect moment of all of these sounds coming together and he starts singing Blinded by the Light. And he's just wrapped up in this. And then all of a sudden there is this blinding light. And he feels like he's made this amazing discovery in harmonics and sound. And it's that moment that he's transported and he finds his second true calling.
Yeah. And that's lovely. And then we get a little get like a little quick snippet of a scene where like Zordon's introducing himself and what he needs of you, and he's like, I need teenagers with attitude. But mostly teenagers with attitude to fight against the dark forces. And then like that scene slowly starts to fade out because we know where that's going. We're all studied Power Rangers fans.
Oh yeah.
But then we have like that fade up a few months later as you guys are rocking and rolling. You all find yourself in
school.
In your butt.
While you're searching for that, I do have a question. Do we ever see like a character like become a Power Ranger for the first time? Not for like be like summoned by Zordon the very first time in the shows?
Yeah, they literally get beamed up on beams of light that like, and then they're like zipped over across the desert. And it's one of my favorite parts because like I think it's in the first episode of Mighty Morphin.
Oh, really?
They're like flying over the desert as beams of light, and they're like, "Whoa, what's going on? It's like we're flying." It's so 90s. It's so fantastic. Go watch the first episode of Power Rangers.
All right, guys. I'll see you later.
Yes, yeah.
Bye.
Pop back into the stream once you finish that one.
I mean, it's bad enough when we have technical difficulties. Now we're creating our own.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, this was just a little bit confusing, but I guess I will not overthink it. Okay, yeah. So you find yourself in the command center, deep in the bowels of the command center. The command center is kind of this this home base for the Power Rangers, which is like almost like infinitely modifiable. Whenever the Power Rangers need a special room, this is kind of like their TARDIS, or they're just like MacGuffin factory. Anything that's really needed for the Power Rangers, they can find in the command center on some sub basement or floor or whatever. So you find yourself all in inside of the command center battle simulator. You have been training all day for many weeks, and finally you hear a very familiar voice at this point come over an intercom and introduce you to the thing. Yes, you find yourself in this room. It is white and sterile, while all of the machines that make up the battle simulator are powered down. It's made from a special material that is there to enhance holographic projections. So these are kind of like hard light projections that you guys have been training against.
That's funny. I was currently re-listening to the Hard Light Harlequin episodes that we recorded.
Oh,
Nice.
fantastic. I'm trying to use the Roll20 version of the PDF, but I have found in my prep work that it's lacking some of the information that is in the book.
Yeah. I also found that in the Marvel game. Some of like the information is like,
Okay, I'm glad that's consistent across multiple games.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's also. Oh yeah.
I'll go back here. I got my book just as a fallback, so I might have to refer to this. You hear Alpha 5 come over the intercom as you finish your last round of training. And Alpha sounds like a robot. Here we go. Aye. You've successfully completed most of your Ranger training. Now all that is left is the Power Ranger Battle Simulator. This room is designed for you to test your skills against a holographic AI opponent. Remember, you're stronger as a team, and good luck, Rangers. All of the lights in the room turn off. Everything goes dark. And then all of a sudden, the hard light like particles begin to kind of rebuild the field, still with mostly just white space around. But in front of you, where there was nothing, you see kind of like battlefield debris start to form on the ground, and then a opponent rises up out of the ground, stitching together as it kind of like stands up and furrows its brow. You see a behemoth patchwork of gray clay and some stone. It's standing head and shoulders taller than anything, like any person that you've ever seen before. It looks over everybody in the room and starts smashing its fists together, which are made of like big giant cinder blocks. It starts stalking towards you, like menacing, very slow. The metallic ground echoing under every footstep. So it prepares to attack, but you are all aware of that, so we can go ahead and roll initiative as I take us to the map.
Ooh, buddy. Oh, I do have a fun thing. I forgot about a thing that I did this past week.
It's too late.
I ran, while Alex is setting all this up, I ran my family. It was my sister, my brother's girlfriend, my other sister's husband through a Delta Green operation.
Ooh, tell how it went.
Nice.
I ran through the beginning operation out of the need to know packet called Last Things Last, which some of you may know. I know Ultra, you played through it, and the other two, I know Alex and Chris have listened to a podcast where they played through it. They did the same thing, Ultra, that you guys did.
Oh no!
Where you forgot the keys at the the apartment.
Yes. Oh,
which is really funny. But yeah, I think it went pretty well. I think they liked it. Some spoiler alert, I guess, for the operation. Let's just say Marlene got away.
Oh no!
If some of you may know what that means.
Yep.
They almost got her though. So that was. I think Ultra. I think you guys were I think you were literally like 3 or 4 hit points away from taking her down.
Yeah, I think the only reason she ended up getting away in our game was one of us, maybe me, was almost dead.
Yeah, you got knocked out. You got knocked down.
That's right.
My brother-in-law, he rolled a crit on her and got her down to like 6 hit points, but they couldn't hit her because I didn't realize this, but they have a Roll20 version of this, and they showed a picture of the cabin, and it's way more wooded than I thought it was. So you guys were not having to worry about trees in the way, but in the actual map, there's trees everywhere. So I was giving everyone a plus 20% to their check. So it was even more difficult to hit her. But yeah, it was super fun.
Nice.
We made characters and yeah.
So y'all gonna play again?
Maybe. None of the characters died, so we can always continue on.
That's like, oh man, my character died. Yeah, and in the back page of the rulebook it says you die. Wait, what? No.
Oh, no.
That would be so Delta Green, though.
Yeah.
Government agent
Delta
just
Green
actually
is-
shows up and snipes you.
I did take one of the characters down to, I think it was 6 hit. No, that was the Marlene. Down to, no, it was like half hit points, which in Delta Green, you have like a max health of like 10 to 20.
Yeah.
Hey!
Are you moving? You're moving. Oh my gosh. We're
I did
doing
it. Look at me.
Okay.
Guys, I'm leaving. Bye. You're on your own.
Oh, no.
All right. So let's talk about combat. Yes?
Baby.
Talk about some topics.
Let's
Where'd my
talk
character?
about some topics. When we get into combat, this is pretty standard RPG affair. We set our initiative order with an initiative. I think they call it like a skill check with your initiative. So we do that first. Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
So, I guess I just click the button, right? Okay, I have a 17. And then what is the skill that initiative uses? Do you know?
That is a good question. I would know
I
that.
assume it's speed? No, initiative. There it is, right there. It's under speed. So we roll a d20 plus whatever d that you have in that box.
Yes.
All right, so I got 17 plus 2. I got a 19.
Wait, did I do that right? Yeah. Okay. I got a 19 as
Yep.
well.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, I can put my number in. I did it. Thank you.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so we have a couple of 19s that get to choose to go first. Are we missing somebody from the turn order?
Yeah,
I
Ultra.
don't think I'm there.
If you can just roll with your character sheet, then it'll add you in. Yeah, there you go.
He did.
I did. It gave me the no valid token was selected when I did it, though.
Oh,
Well, you're
what
in
was
the
your value?
turn order now.
I see this.
I just added them.
Yay.
Oh. Woo!
What was your value? I'm sorry.
I got a 17.
17 works. Let's sort, and we're in. We got Ricky Powers or Jesse Jams. Whoever wants to go first. Now is your turn. Do what you will.
All right. So should I just tell you what I want to do, and then you'll tell me how I can do that?
Yes.
All right. He's going to... Do I have my weapons? I assume?
That's a good question. I don't think so.
Oh. So we're not wearing the armor, we don't have our weapons?
Correct. Because you have your weapons when you are morphed into your ranger form.
Right. Okay. So clearly I get to play the flute. No. I don't know. Like there's nothing, it's a white sterile room, nothing in the room. So what are my options?
That's a fantastic question. Let's talk about what your actions in combat are.
Man, I'm asking all the great questions.
You're asking all of the questions that make me do stuff.
You're an excellent student.
As the active player, you can here are some of the actions that you can take. You can take an attack action, whether that be using some good old fashioned Power Ranger karate or a weapon once you morph. However you want to handle that, you can attack. You have to use your weapons or your attacks listed range. Yeah, and then you make an attack against your opponent's toughness. Or you could take a contingency action, which is basically like the delay your turn, or like ready in action. It's basically the equivalent of ready in an action. You give a trigger that would trigger your your contingency action, and then what you want to do when that trigger goes off. You could choose to defend, which is kind of, again, like the total defense action. I believe it just gives the enemy a snag on attacks against you while your character is defending. Or if you have the opportunity to, which here you do not, you have the ability to hide in like under cover of darkness, or like behind a garbage can, just something where you can break line of sight. You can try and hide, or you can lend assistance to a teammate, which is kind of a broad. It's kind of a broad action, if I remember correctly. You might just need to help somebody else pass a skill check, or you can kind of lend a hand in hurting an enemy in combat. I think you have to be in reach of the enemy to lend assistance during combat, but if it's like a skill check or something like that, it really depends on the situation. Or you can use a non-combat skill. So, like, this is like if people are fighting a monster, but, like, I don't know, there's like ice cream bomb that's going to turn all of Angel Grove into ice cream cones. One ranger needs to take time to disarm this ice cream bomb while the other rangers are fighting the putties or something. Definitely in the vein of a Rangers episode. And then there's also the sprint action, which is basically the equivalent of like a double move, using your full turn to just move faster.
Okay.
Does that help?
It kind of does.
Okay. Good.
So I am I think I'm going to do a contingency action.
Okay.
And prepare for this thing to come at me. Or I could... Does it look like slow and lumbering?
Yeah, it's definitely like a menacing creature that's moving towards.
Alright, Ricky Powers is going to... I'm going to do a contingency action where if this creature comes within range, I'm going to try and jump on its back.
Yeah, I love it. That's fantastic. Cool.
All right.
We have another 19 on initiative, so Mr. Jams.
Okay. Mr. Jams is going to look to his students and he's going to say... What is so funny about that?
I don't know.
He's gonna be like, all right, guys, just stick with the training. Keep your eyes on the ones and twos, and let's rock this putty. And you said there's a lot of debris around everywhere?
I wouldn't say a lot, but there's just like hard light debris that's kind of peppering the field at this point.
Oh, I forgot that you mentioned that.
And this is like, you said it's like a desert like scene or whatever?
No, you're just in a white, sterile room. It's just the the hard light program is kind of generating some extra elements here and there. Nothing really that's like creating barriers or anything.
Okay.
More just like set dressing.
Yeah, set dressing to help kind of facilitate this big clay and stone behemoth of a enemy.
And how tall is this creature?
It's like 7 feet tall.
Okay, all right. I was picturing it was like 10 or 20 feet tall, so that's a little better. I think that I'm gonna wank at the students, and then I'm gonna run over. I guess I've got 30 movement speed, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What did
6.
you say you were doing at us?
He said wink, but I also heard wank.
Wank. I'm gonna wank my students.
God. Oh,
Listen.
God.
Listen.
Please. This is a PG-13 stream.
I'm just gonna run over to the side of the room, and I'm gonna say, like, "Hey, you big idiot, over here!" And then I guess I'll ready in action a contingency to, I guess, just strike the thing if it runs next to me.
I believe this is kind of like the same thing as like Starfinder or whatever. To ready the contingency, you have to have like the available action in order to use that thing. So by moving and doing a contingency, you only really have a free action that you can make a contingency for.
Okay, well, then I'm just gonna move.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna move and like try to draw him to me.
Yeah. I love it. Fantastic. We are on to Bradward Beckett.
I think Bradward's probably a little bit more standoffish, so he's going to ready a action. Basically, be on the defensive instead of the offensive to gauge the enemy's attack style. So he's basically just going to be ready to duck or dodge or dive out of the way if it comes towards him.
That's smart.
Just to get so he can get a read on this giant cinderblock man's movements and
Fantastic.
speed and whatnot.
So a contingency plan if he gets within striking distance to relocate.
Yes.
Yes.
I thought I was the brainy one.
You got 2 nerds on this team. Fantastic. We move on to Kimmy Jones.
So you said there's debris. Could I pick that up and throw it at him?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to pick one up approximately the size of a tennis ball you might throw at a dog and run up and chuck it at him and say, "Go fetch!"
Are you attempting to hit him or to distract him?
Probably hit.
Okay.
Am I drawing?
Give me a...
She's drawing instead of moving.
I was trying to move, and then I was like, "Why draw?"
That's the dog peeing erratically as it runs away from you. The yellow drawing on roll 20 that Des has done for us.
Thank you for your for giving us your wonderful art.
You're welcome.
In this harrowing time. Yeah. So we need to do a ranged attack.
Yeah.
And we would do that by using
Finesse?
finesse. Yes. Use a... This is confusing. Use a finesse to try and target the hollow putty, and you need to beat its toughness.
So the way this works, this is just me guessing, is you roll a d20 and then add any skill bonus that you have?
Okay.
Yeah. if I'm just pulling up your character sheet real quick, it looks like you have a D2 bonus to your finesse.
Mm-hmm. So roll a D20 plus D2.
Plus D2.
Right?
Couldn't you
Plus-
just click
or
the
plus
finesse
2.
button?
Plus a D2, yeah.
Oh, can I just click the finesse button? Is there?
Oh, gosh. It'll probably ask you like 14 questions.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't see a finesse button. I just see finesse.
It's a button if you hover your mouse over it.
I'll take another moment to say that I appreciate that they made these character sheets, but they're not very functional.
Well, my D20 was 13, and then did you say it's a D2 or I just add 2?
You roll a D2.
And if that's not on here,
It's a coin. Just flip a coin. It's 1 or 2.
so there's a coin in there?
Just roll a D4, and if you get 1 or 2, it's heads. If you it's the same odds. It doesn't matter.
I was just
roll-
gonna say, I don't have a coin lying around.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess it would be a 2, so 15.
You got a 2. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So in total, you got a 15 on your finesse throw against this, against the Mongo Hollow Putty. Yes. That is a hit. I don't think that this is going to do a lot of damage, but I do want to give you a bonus for having hit it. So I'm going to give it a snag on its next attack. And I think you may have distracted it a little bit. Yeah?
Cool.
Yes. Fantastic. And
We did
then... I'm sorry?
I said we did it.
You did it. And then next is the Hollow Putty. It steps up and moves, kind of lumbering.
These are 5-foot squares?
Yes. Steps up into the fray, moving into draw closer. And it is not... everybody's a little scared chicken, so we're not in range to actually get into a fight just yet. So that takes us to the top of the initiative order.
Oh, man.
As initiative went away again, we're back to the show off between Ricky Powers and Jesse Jams.
Do you want to go first this time?
No, you go, man.
Oh, God damn it. Let's see. 5. Is it... How do the diagonals work? Do you know?
We'll just call them standard 5 movement.
Okay, I'm going to also... I see... Ricky sees Timmy throw something at it, so he's also going to throw something at it. He's gonna reach down, grab a stone, and also throw a stone at this thing. So that is... You said it was finesse?
Yes.
All right. An 11 plus a D2. 1, so 12.
You really show off your nerd skills, and this hard light hollow rock goes wide. It just doesn't even make contact with it. Flies off by the wayside.
And he's going to... so I have a move action,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go around the other side.
Around the outside?
Around the outside?
He's going to move around. We're going to confuse it.
Yes. Jesse.
I grin like, yes, Ricky, that's it. Use that nerd brain of yours.
You watch him whip a rock and completely miss. You're like, yes.
Well, there's that, but I was commenting on the tactical
You're across
movement.
the room, so he's just like, you're across the room. It's like, what? What'd you say?
I said, way to surround the creature.
Gives a big thumbs up.
I do a little guitar, like air guitar. Crazy question. Are we able to morph?
I don't see why not.
Okay.
I'm honestly.
Okay.
I was like, are they just gonna try and punch this thing the whole time?
Yeah, I was just thinking like it's just the Rangers apparently because there's no power. So
I feel like it.
I mean,
I feel like you would be like suggest that you're like, oh, that's what we're supposed to do because we're all stupid kids.
yeah, it would be the teacher that points out the obvious to a bunch of teenagers, but it's like, all right, guys, look, it's morphin' time. And I'm gonna click it's morphin' time on my sheet. I don't know what that does, but
Hopefully, it does something.
Is that like a Is that like a standard action or something?
I have no idea because I couldn't even find it in the rule book. I would assume it would be, except then that basically eliminates my entire, that's my entire turn then, a full round action.
Yeah.
I am now morphed on my sheet for whatever that means.
Did it actually change, your stats and stuff on your sheet?
I don't see anything changing.
Roll 20. Please get on this and make it better. Yes.
But I am officially morphed now, and you see, I forget how it comes on, like if it, shimmers on or whatever. But yeah, mine is the Black Ranger suit, and I have, big puppy dog ears hanging off of the side, and I've got, a long, well, not, super long, but, a medium-sized tail, and I basically look like a black lab. And I'm like, it's morphin' time!
Yeah, and we definitely have the flashy, 90s Power Rangers, backgrounds as you guys are, doing whatever your hand movements are that help you morph.
Should we
Fantastic.
describe what, everyone looks like?
I would love if you would do that.
Okay.
When we do morph.
What?
I was going to say, do it when you morph.
Yes. I'll say for now, just since we are getting in and learning the rules to this game, let's just say it's not an action to morph. That may change as we get further into the game. But I just want to have some fun right now, so let's go ahead and do it.
All right. We're morphed.
Explain how you look, Kevin.
Well, just do it on your turn still.
Oh.
Yeah? But
He
I'm
said
not
it like
saying
we
I'm saying
already
it doesn't cost you an action. You can just do it and do your turn.
Cool.
So, Chris, you get an action.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to pull out the old blade blaster dagger, and I'm going to use the ranged ability on it and fire at this ginormous putty. So I don't know if I'm using specialization. I don't remember what that is. I'm going to say yes.
Well, that would be if you have something from your ranger spectrum that boosts your attack.
I don't remember. So you know what? I'm just going to go no for now, and I'll check it on my turn. So I won't do that. I'm going to skip the skill shift, and I'm going to take the difficulty away because I don't know what that is. And then hopefully that all pans out. Yeah. So I got a lousy 6.
Oh.
Yeah, so I get my blade blaster out and I'm like, all right, breathe slower next time as I miss. Can I move at this point still, or drawing it and firing is probably my turn?
That seems fair.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, and yes. So when you rolled the blade blaster, Chris, you did it as the dagger form.
Oh, okay.
Because you rolled might as the skill. Make sure you're using the blaster form, which uses targeting as the ranged skill, not finesse.
Alrighty.
Yes. We're learning. Bear with us.
We are getting it.
We're getting it, and it's moving along faster and faster. So, yeah, check to see, is your targeting skill higher than your might?
Let's see, targeting, that's under...
Speed?
Actually, no, my might is better, so I probably want to lean into that.
Okay.
I'll remember that for next time.
Yeah. The shot just glances at the foot of the monster. It blasts some of the debris up from the ground around its foot, which just kind of like particles disperse as the hard light shatters. Yes, and then next is Mr. Powers. Yeah?
What?
I think power...
I threw a rock.
Oh, yes. Yes, sorry. Okay. On to Bradward.
All right. So Bradward, having seen Mr. J morph up and get serious, he hesitantly reaches over and smacks his little wrist morpher and morphs. And when he morphs, he's the Green Ranger, as a reminder to everyone. And when he's done morphing, he looks like a Shiba Inu, Japanese dog.
I love
So
it.
on this helmet, he has the little ears, and he does have the little curly tail off the back of his armor, right above his butt.
That's fantastic. Can I add a little detail that I think would be fun to this?
Sure.
Because I love that you guys have wrist-mounted morphers. Yeah?
Yes.
Like many of the Rangers before you, they had kind of like an activation sequence for that. I would love if you guys pulled out like a dog treat and put it into the mouth of the...
Yes! Say a dog whistle.
Little dog bone in there and just...
Yeah, and then you slam it down, and that's your, like, morphing sequence. And
when I slam it down, you hear the...
Yes. Yes, I am in love with this team. I love it. Fantastic. Well, yes, continue your turn, Bradward.
All right, so I'm going to use my Blade Blaster in blaster form.
Ooh.
I have a snag. Boom. I got a 9.
Wow. That is rough.
It is rough.
It's rough.
Roof. Roof.
Get it? 'Cause-
And... Oh, Beepus. I am, I'm a little confused. I think for ranged, I have a different defense. Let me double check that real quick. I'm gonna say, give me that number one more time. I'm sorry, Eric.
It's a 9.
A 9 in total.
Yes.
That's gonna be a miss as your shot goes wide. I'm gonna even say that the Mongo putty like puts up an arm and deflects it with one of its big brick hands. Just deflects the shot away.
Okay.
Yes, and so that will take us to Kimmy Jones.
Yeah, so I too put my dog treat into my wrist morpher. And you see, like a sleek outfit, I don't know, armor with like a poof on the top of the head, poofy ears, poofs at the wrists and ankles, and then one little poof in the back at the bottom of my spine to look like a poodle. A nice pink poodle.
Nice.
And I'm going to do what Bradward did. Hopefully he doesn't like deflect, but also use my blade blaster. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's not just the sheets.
That is a 4.
And then you have your targeting skill as well. Do you have any bonus from targeting? Targeting.
Oh, a D4.
Yeah, you get to add a D4 to that.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna matter, but yeah. So a total of 7 then.
Okay. You are correct. It does not matter. The thing just kind of deflects one shot, puts up its other arm to just tank another shot. Deflected, does not hit it. Yeah? Any other things that you would like to do?
Not at this time, sir.
All right. Thank you for being so respectful.
Weird.
Yeah. Cool. The Mongo Putty since it did get hit with a rock, is going to continue towards Kimmy Jones. So 5, 10, 15. It gets into range. Almost single-minded, it focuses in on you and goes to hit. But I will still honor the snag that it has, because you did hit it with a rock and distracted it. We will give it a snag. And it goes to slam down one of its cinder block fists on your body. So that would be a 7 against your toughness.
I deflect it.
By doing what? Just give us a little more.
I deflect it by mocking it and doing the same, like, wrist, like, poo-poo, pew, not poo-poo, but, like, pew-pew.
You poo-poo yourself, and that's mocking it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, cool. That was super cool. Love it. Awesome. That brings us to the top of round 3. So we have that showdown between Ricky and Jesse.
I'm gonna morph.
Yes.
So my guy is the weapon that I chose was a lunar lance, so I'm gonna go with that kind of vibe. So my guy's suit looks like a werewolf type helmet, and I was thinking of, like, in the what game is that? I think it's Darkest Dungeon. There's like a werewolf type creature that's where my vision is going right now. But I'm the Blue Ranger also. So yeah, he morphs and pulls out this lunar lance. I assume pulling the lance out is an action. You said?
I don't care. Just go ahead and pull out your weapon.
All right. Well, yeah. He's gonna run up. He sees this thing run past him as he morphs, and he's gonna run up. Just barely makes it. And he's going to attack with finesse Although I do have reach ×2. I'm not sure what that means.
So you should have, with the attack that you're trying to use, it should have a range listed on it.
Yep, I'm sure it does. Oh, here we go.
Wait, you're using the Lunar Lance, so this is still a melee weapon, it just has reach?
Oh, so reach ×2, it would normally be 5 feet, so instead I could reach from 10 feet.
Yes.
All right. I have alternate effects, but I don't know what that means, so I'm just going to roll a die and hope that it hits with, let's see, I got to add a D2 to this. Roll that D2. So we add 2 to the 4 that I rolled, which is 6.
Oh, that's rough. This thing does not even notice you.
Yep.
You just you go to swing at this thing and it bounces right off. You're still a new ranger, right? Maybe you had the angle of the lance just a little bit off to where it wasn't like hitting with as much force as you could have. But it bounces right off of the hollow putty.
Rip.
Yes.
These rolls have been just so bad.
They have been really rough, yeah. Consistently under 10, I think. We got some good ones early on when we were rolling initiative. Hopefully it'll come back around. Yes. Awesome. On to Jesse, right? Unless you have any last words.
Nope. Got nothing.
Okay.
Okay, so real quick, just sidestepping. I was looking at specializations. It's something we have to select outside of the, like, after, we get done with this. But certain skills have certain specializations. There's suggested things in the rules. And if you roll with specialization, it says that, for might, I have a D4. If I had specialization, I would get to roll a D4, the D2 underneath of that. If I have a D6 in something and I use specialization, I get to roll the D6, D4, and D2. So that's what that is anyway.
Yes. Okay, I do remember that roll. So when you go to advance, like as you're like leveling up, you can either choose to put points into that skill or specialize in the skill to get that extra bonus.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, Jesse is going to look around and see his fellow. He cannot help think of them as his, almost like his own kids. He's mentoring to these kids, even though they're on an equal playing field, and we're just struggling so hard against this. And he's going to shout words of encouragement like, "Guys, it's all right. Every mistake is a chance to learn. We're going to get this." And he's going to run in, get up close, because he just realized he sucks with a ranged weapon. And he's going to turn this blade and strike with it. So I will use the correct one this time. Blade, blaster, dagger. And he's going to boldly state, "Let me show you how it's done."
I love it. Yes.
That seems like a bad idea, but
Hey, everything else is going.
Not even God can stop this attack. Yes!
Finally!
All right, baby.
you used the wrong one again. Oh wait, no.
No, it's the right one.
You're good.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That was good. Yes, this is your melee attack. You run up with your dagger and you go to hit this thing. So that will be against his toughness, which is a hit. Yes. Oh no, I don't know how damage works in this game. I just realized.
While he's looking that up, and I sink this blade into the putty, I'm gonna like hold my arm like in such a way that I can still play the air guitar and be like, "Wow!"
I love how you're like the cool kid and also the nerdy teacher at the same time. That's fan-freaking-tastic. Oh,
Great.
man. I wish I just could absorb all this information.
You just flip through it like Johnny Five.
Oh, yeah, that would be fantastic. Yeah, I definitely read up on how to do combat. Just not the actual, hey, you hit, now what happens?
I'm kind of surprised it isn't just included in the roll automatically.
That would be so freaking fantastic, wouldn't it?
What game were we playing where it did? Was it
The Marvel game.
yeah, the Marvel one did it, yes.
So what type of damage do you do?
I just see that it says sharp 1.
Sharp something?
Yeah.
One sharp.
So it's 1 damage? Is that what that means?
I wonder if that's what it is.
I think so. So this says most attacks will simply inflict 1 or more damage. Others might have narrative or other game effects that take place if they are successful.
That explains the 3 hit points.
Yes. Yeah. So let's look up sharp real quick. Sharp, puncturing, slicing, and impaling attacks, including spears, monsters, bites, swords, axes, and the like, deal sharp damage. So that's just a type of damage as far as like resistances would go. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
That makes sense. So the Mongo Putty will take 1 damage. Yes. Yeah. Boom and boom. And we see cracks starting to form on the hollow putty. Awesome. We got some damage in.
Finally.
Yes. Fantastic. Is that everything that you can do on your turn, Chris?
Yeah, I moved and I attacked.
Fantastic. We're on to Bradward Beckett.
Righto. Bradward's gonna run up to kind of surround this hollow putty, and then he too is going to get his dagger out and hope that he's as awesome as Mr. J is. 15!
Woo!
Oh, yeah, baby.
15 is pretty solid. That is a hit
Heck yeah.
with your Blade Blaster dagger. Fantastic. So that is, again, 1 sharp. And the cracks deepen and spread like a butt.
Oh no.
Yes.
Is that sulfur?
Yes, it is. Did it just fart? Awesome. Eric, you got anything else on your turn, or is that
That is it.
fantastic? We are on to Kimmy Jones, who rolled like 15 rolls.
I didn't mean to. I was trying to adjust something. Yeah, so can I like just change out my blaster to my sword then? Or my dagger?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's
Sure.
like one item that you can like
Just
adjust,
change.
and it turns into a blaster, or you turn it back into a dagger.
Okay. And would I also use targeting, or is that a different skill?
It depends on if you're using it in the dagger form or if you're using it in the blaster form.
I plan to do dagger.
Okay, so you would use your might as your skill.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I see everyone else switching out, and I'm like, hey, that looks like a good idea. And I switch out.
I love that we're learning from each other. That's fantastic. Yeah. Team building.
So yeah, I switch out to the dagger, and 16.
16 with dagger mode, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, that's a hit. You guys are ganging up on this thing, circling it, and just shanking it left and right with your blade blasters.
I saw this in school once.
Oh no. Angel Grove has really gone downhill, guys. Fantastic. We have... I like that we still just have this line from when Des didn't know how Roll20 works. Awesome. It is the Hollow Putty's turn, and the Hollow Putty is going to... let's see here. It's going to attack Kimmy Jones with a slam.
Did you say slam?
It's gonna try and slam you. It raises up both cinder block fists and just tries to bring it down on you.
Okay.
This is where Kimmy Jones dies.
Yep. So this is gonna be might.
Can I evade at all?
A special issue. Huh?
Can I avoid it?
If you had done a contingency
defensive
action.
Oh, what a dumb person.
Yeah, so dumb. You chose to just stab the monster instead, like a nerd.
What a dummy.
What a big dummy. Can I just say that these last couple of turns have been much smoother than the beginning of the show?
Oh, no.
So we are so it says critical success. That's because I put the difficulty in as 0. The difficulty is not 0. It is your toughness is what this attack is going after. So if you could please tell me what that is.
12.
Wait.
Okay, so
Wait. What is your bonus from toughness from your armor?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I think it might... Did you take light or medium armor?
Hold on.
It should be at the bottom.
I got light armor.
It'll be +1. So no, it wouldn't have mattered. It doesn't matter.
Fantastic.
It would be 13.
Awesome. I don't do it. The Hollow Putty slams down. Boom! Bone crunching sound. As it... Oh, wait. No, it doesn't slam its fist down. It grabs you. It grabs you by a limb.
Uh-oh.
Which makes you become grappled. Oh, man, it helps if you read what these attacks do.
What? No.
It grabs you by a limb, and you become grappled. And then it will swing the target into the nearest wall or ground.
Oh my god. Alright, so like first when it grabs me, I'm like, ew, get off of me! And then it like slams me.
And then it hulks you like he did to the Loki.
I'm just confused by the wording of this. I'm sorry, I'm slowing stuff down. It can attempt to slam the grappled creature into another creature within reach by making an additional might skill test. If the second creature is targeted in this way, each creature takes 1 blunt damage on a successful hit. So it's going to pick up Kimmy Jones, who is now grappled, and it's going to try and swing her into Bradward Beckett.
Oh, no.
So he's going to make an additional might roll. No specialization, no skill change. Difficulty 0 for now. And normal attack. Boom.
Oh!
Boom roasted. That's a 20 against your toughness.
Plus your armor.
Plus your armor.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so you each take 1 blunt damage.
Okay.
Oh.
So
How many hit points do you guys have?
I have 3. Oh, total.
Okay.
Awesome. The Mongo Hollow Putty got to kick a little bit of ass as he's getting shanked to death. So that'll take us to the round, the top of round 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Um.
It's the Ricky and Jesse show.
Yeah, I'm ready to get rid of this guy. First, on screen you'll see what I originally thought the werewolf. It's the Abomination from Darkest Dungeon. It looks way crazier than I remember it looking. It's on stream right now. I might have to choose a different. I swear there's another picture that I'm missing. But second, I forgot to explain my weapon when I used it the first time. It's got a bunch of like moon symbols all over it because it's a lunar lance, hence the werewolf get up. And then I was looking in the stats, and you might have seen me roll earlier. I can take a oh shoot, where did it go? It says there's it's a down symbol with a 1. Do you know what that means, Alex?
Yes,
I'm pretty sure
that is a
snag.
No, it's the shift. It's the like
Shift.
Yeah, it's a downshift.
Yes. So I'm going to downshift to get a sharp 2. So he's going to be like, Kimmy! And he's going to go for the hard hit. And I think, if I looked at this correctly, it's just going to get rid of my D2 from my finesse.
Yeah, it would downshift your attack, which would, if you have a D2, it would just cancel that out. But if you roll on a flat D20 roll,
D20,
you would get 2 damage on it. That sounds like a really cool ability. Let's see how it goes.
Oh.
the 9.
That's a 9. And this is with your lance, right?
It is.
Okay.
It's two-handed, so I'm like coming down on this thing, and it like just like, you know how when you like sometimes like if like someone like is chopping wood and they miss the little indent,
yeah,
it just goes to the side. It's kind of like that.
Yes.
Or like a miner, they like miss the indent that they're going for, and it just breaks off. It like I hit it, but it just like does no damage.
Yeah. Also, to save your ego a little bit, because man, Ricky Powers has been whiffing pretty hardcore.
Yeah,
this thing also is swinging your teammate around in its hand.
That is
so
true.
Maybe you tried to pull your shot a little bit as to not kill your fellow Power Ranger. But yeah, awesome. That was great. Jesse, it's your turn.
Okay, so Kimmy's up in the air, and like that is like my main concern right now. Like she's still grappled, right?
Yeah, she's grabbed.
I wanted to know.
Yeah.
I want to try to lend a hand and see if I could assist her in making it easier to escape.
Yeah, I love that. How would you like to accomplish that?
So yeah, this putty is swinging her around. I want to like just like jump up on its leg and like I don't know,
start humping it.
Wank it. No,
He's wanking.
like I just want to start climbing up on this creature, like, you know, like how you like have an insect crawl on your arm and it just totally distracts you for a moment. Mm-hmm. So I want to kind of do that and hope that it distracts it enough that it makes it easier for her to escape should she try to do that.
Okay, that's fair. Let's say give me I'm going to call this an athletics roll.
Okay.
That sounds like, yeah, you're trying to climb up this thing. And you're trying to do it to distract this thing. So I'm going to say it's a athletics versus willpower.
Okay.
So I will, just for the sake of using the Roll20 integration a little bit more seamlessly or more effectively, your difficulty that you're trying to match is 16. You can go ahead and put that into your difficulty box.
Okay. So I'm going to say no on the specialization, no skill shift, and you said 16?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm just going to shout up to this thing like, hey, putty, pick on someone your own size.
As you're just hanging on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I don't know what I got. What I got? Oh, no.
14.
That's a failure.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, I'm like climbing up and shouting to Kimmy, and I slip and fall back to the ground.
Yes. Yeah.
Before we started, me and Ultra were talking about the story points.
Yeah.
We start with a pool of 1 per character.
Yes.
And I believe you can use a story point to re-roll something. It's kind of like advantage and disadvantage or something like that.
Oh, well, I will use my 1 story point then if I have that.
Spending story points. Re-roll any dice result of a 1. Yeah, that's basically the only thing you can use it for right now. Did you roll a 1 on anything?
Okay.
No, you rolled a 2 and a 12. Never mind. All right. I interrupted everything for no reason.
Fantastic. Okay, so you still failed like a big failure, and then anything else you got on your turn, Chris?
I mean that's a standard, right?
Yeah.
I dang it! What I mean, there's really. I'm just gonna kick it in the shins helplessly, just because I'm mad.
I will, just to maybe solve some of the frustration here, since
I'm not mad. I'm just imagining Jesse is like frustrated.
Right. Yeah. I will offer an olive branch if you want to give me an alertness skill check. Okay. I can maybe give you some information.
Oh,
while he's doing that, you can use a story point to roll with specialization when you don't have specialization.
Aha! That's another good thing to keep in mind.
Okay. I don't know what you want me to set the difficulty at. If that matters.
It does matter. Let's call it 11.
Alrighty.
Ooh.
Rip.
Ouch. Okay, I can't help you any more than that. Awesome. That moves us on to Bradward Beckett's turn.
Okay, so I just had Kimmy slammed into me.
Yeah.
Would that have knocked me down or back or anything, or how does that work exactly?
In the world of Power Rangers, when you're struck by most things, your chest explodes with sparks. But you're largely fine, right? So Kimmy slams into you and sparks shoot out of your chest. And I imagine your character's probably doing something like, like that, just overacting your heart out.
Okay.
But I think you're still probably standing. I wouldn't put you to the ground because of that.
Okay, good. So after Bradward kind of recovers from the recoil of that hit and the sparks have cleared and he can see clearly again, since Kimmy's still grappled, he's going to go into contingency stance and be ready to dodge, roll, dive, or move out of the way should she come flying towards him again.
Yeah, I love that. Fantastic. Kimmy, it's your turn.
I guess if it's available, I would like to try and take my dagger and just kind of twist my body around, stab it right in the forearm or something so it lets go of me. Would that
yeah, you definitely can. You could definitely reach it. So it's got you by a limb. I'm gonna say it's got you by one of your arms, just because that makes sense from the height of this thing. It grabbed you by one of your arms and is just basically hefting you up into the air. So you're probably like hung over like this a little bit, just hunched, with one shoulder up, one down, just kind of loose. Okay. So I definitely think that you could reach your dagger, pull it up, and try and thrust it into its arm. Okay. I will probably give you a snag, just because you're grappled.
Okay. So just roll my D20 and D2, and then you're gonna
the
tell
snag
me...
gets rid of the D2.
The
it gets
snag
rid of
would
the D2.
Eliminate the D2, so just roll your D20.
Did I do it?
Ooh! Natural 20!
So with my amazing core strength, I'm just like, oh, this is a normal Wednesday. And I like twist over and just stab it right in the forearm.
That was fantastic. Yeah, that's a natural 20.
Yeah.
So that's not really a thing
of course.
as far as criticals go.
Is it like 10 plus, like Pathfinder 2nd edition?
It's kind of like, yeah, a little bit like that. It's. I think I read that you have to double the number though but you can like double and triple certain effects too. Like if the difficulty is very low, so you can have like super successes, super critical successes. The result on the skill dice portion, not including the extra result of a dice roll showing is showing the highest number value on one or more skill dice, and the skill roll is successful. This is considered a critical success. So that sounds like... Yes, that sounds like that's still a critical success.
Nice.
That sounds like it to me.
Yeah. I love that. So what is your what's your value of the weapon that you're using? It's
like the
/1.
Yeah, it's just one.
/1. And does it have any other things on it?
Not that I saw.
Okay. I think that's fair. Your intention was to stab this thing so that it would drop you.
Yeah.
I think, you definitely, this thing's at 2. You just got a critical hit on it. I think, you stab it, where it has already been stabbed a couple of times. The cracks widen, and, the holographic illusion starts to fail. The little particles in the cracks start to turn like a white-blue light as this thing starts to disintegrate and break apart. And the hollow room goes dark once again, and when the lights come back up, the room has returned to normal without any of the debris that was left around before. And the Mongo Hollow Putty has been defeated.
Nice.
Yay!
Yes! Get him out of here. Oh, he's not gonna go anywhere.
When I drop, I do like that superhero pose or whatever. Like, oh yeah,
superhero fall. Or...
Yeah.
Yes, that was fantastic. Awesome. As the putty begins to fall to holographic pieces, and you guys look down, all the battle damage on your suits also start to holographically break apart and fall off of your armor. So where you saw those sparks and cut marks and stuff, those start to disappear too, and you realize that you actually feel much better than you thought you did. All of that damage just kind of fades away as it was imparted on you through technological means and not actually your body being damaged.
Nice.
Does that make sense?
I was
Does
gonna
make
ask
sense.
if like my damage holographically goes away, but I guess so.
It does. Yeah, 100%.
That's exactly.
The loudspeaker in the simulation chamber comes on, and you hear the voice of Alpha 5 once again, who's like, "Congratulations, Rangers! Your Ranger recruit training is now complete. Oh, I'm so proud of you all. Next week, you will begin..." And his voice is trailed off as the emergency alarm in the command center begins ringing, and the lights turn to a ominous red color. But we will learn more about that next week.
Oh.
With no technical difficulties.
Oh.
Not even God. No.
Not even God will stop us from recording next week.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
God's favorite podcast.
Thank you to Sirenscape for helping us immerse you into the worlds we explore with amazing music and sound effects. Check them out at Sirenscape.com to add them to your adventures as well. And thank you to our patrons for helping fuel us throughout the galaxy. We sincerely can't thank you enough for your continued support. If you'd like to become a patron or find out more about us, visit www.adventureawaitspod.com. We'd love to have you aboard. Until next time, adventurers.